Welcome back to You Can Sew It. Today we're actually going to sew something. Thanks for tuning in to this sewing tutorial. Keep watching until the end. By the time we finish, you'll be able to say, you can sew it. Now it's not going to sound real exciting, but you have got to learn how to sew like a straight line. I've got this marked and it's on paper. We're not wasting any cloth. We're just going to use paper. Most people have it at home. So if you get down here really close, you're going to put that center part of your presser foot right down on that line. And this stitch length is important too, I will tell you. And it's important, like, I don't know, you don't want to have it too tight, but you don't want to have it so loose either unless you're planning on ripping it out. I like to sew in about a 3. It's just a good medium stitch length. So you need to practice this over and over. But here we go. I'm going to press down on that pressure foot down there, and I've got it on slow. I've got my machine on slow. And you're going to do this over and over till you're able to sew a straight line. Now friends, I'm going to tell you something. I'm speeding mine up because that's a little bit on the boring side, and it might be for you too. I'm going to speed it up. Now, nipple range. Here we go. Okay, let's check that out. Perfection. Close enough for me. Close it up on the back, close it on the front. So get your paper, draw your line, and practice that straight sewing. It's important. Then, once you're through, kind of fed up with that straight sewing, which you will, by the way, do a lot of, I put on here a square. You know, like if you're going to go to the end of something and you need to make a corner, or not a corner, but turn, go the opposite direction. Okay, this is how I would do that. It's still like a straight line. Put it down on your line. Here we go. Except when we get to that end of that line, we're going to stop right on the end. In fact, I'm going to make I turn that needle down using my hand because I don't want it to go any further. Then I'll lift up lift that up, turn it over, see if I'm going to be right on that. And look, I won't be. I need to make another stitch. So I'll just make one more stitch and see if that's right. That's pretty much right. See, right on the line. Okay, now I go this other direction. I'm going to speed mine up a little bit where y'all won't be bored. Now my machine has a cutter, so I'm just going to cut it. That cuts my thread. I'm ready to go. If your machine does not have a cutter, you're going to pick up your handy pair of scissors and cut the thread before you take it out. You need to practice this. Both of these stitches over and over again. And then there's one more. What if you're going to do a curve? Okay, then let's do curve. We're going to put it back down on, look, see, let me show you my curves first. Okay. We're going to put it down on that line right there. And here we go. Oh, this might not be perfection, but that's okay. Take a look at that. That's not bad, is it, girls? And boys, looked like a pretty good curve to me. Just get your paper out and practice these stitches. And that way you're going to get really accustomed to your machine. And just keep on. I know that might sound a bit boring, but it's kind of important, especially when we get to sewing something much better. We won't be sewing on paper anymore. We'll sew on fabric, which you know that's going to be a different thing too, but at least you'll know how to use your sewing machine. After you get the hang of sewing these straight lines, the curves, the corners, don't think you're going to be bored. I'm going to show you how fast this thing goes. I'm going to turn it all the way up on my machine. That's my, here we go, girls and boys, here we go. And we're done. See what I mean? It's going to get fun. Don't give up. For goodness sakes, don't give up. Now, let's go over some supplies that you will need. Anybody recognize these? It's pens. We have to have these pens. I don't think I can sew without a pen. Then you've got something to measure with. You can also use, something like this. You can use something like this. Or you could use a cloth measuring tape. But you got to have something to measure with. And I love this little thing here. No matter what you do, my daughter told me, she said, well, now, Mother, you use this metal thing, this little magnetic thing. She said, you can just throw your pins at it and it picks them right up. Well, that does come in mighty handy when you go with, you get a little bit crazy with these pins. Then, of course, you're going to have scissors and sharp scissors. I would recommend a pair of good scissors. Then a ripper. My mother, who was a wonderful seamstress, I told her, I joked with her one time, I said, now, Mother, you like to rip out more than you like to sew. And she said, no, I don't. But she did, but she was excellent. But these are important. One is for maybe a bigger thread or a bigger stitch. This one's if it's tiny. There's and it really, I always use two. Not use them, but I want them with me at all times. Don't get frustrated. You have to crawl before you can walk with sewing or really most anything. But we're going to make something kind of pretty. And we all want to make it together. And it's going to be fun. In fact, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're a more seasoned student, feel free to skip ahead to more advanced tutorials. Just make sure, though, you have mastered the basics first for the most success. Thanks for watching. If you found this information useful, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. We will see you next time on You Can Sew It.